And now we're here right outside exit 5 at Guting MRT station. We're here a little bit early. I got a little bit too excited. We're just gonna wait here for Craig, and then we're gonna spend the entire day together, just like we did back in 2012 when we were classmates together here at SHIDA.
Yeah! Whoa! Hey guys!
And here we are along Hepingdonglu between Guting MRT exit 5 and SHIDA MTC Language Center, which is the daily commute for a lot of students here in Taiwan, especially me and Craig during those bachelor years in 2012. Welcome back to Taiwan, right?
Thank you. It's so good to be back.
First impression, you've already been here a few days, but first impressions of being back here in Taiwan.
I love being here. I got off the plane and I was just had a big smile on my face because it was just so great to be back.
Amazing. How's your Chinese now, by the way?
真的不好。
真的不好。OK， 好。那我可以将中文跟你们分享一下，因为我也准备一个小小的，算是礼物吗？希望给他一个惊讶。继续看就会知道。But what Craig does not know yet is that the surprise I had prepared for him is to meet our first ever Chinese teacher here at SHIDA MTC.
好久不见，你也在台湾？
对，我回来
你是回来？
我要回来旅行跟朋友见面。
对，我还记得我们那时候在那个教室，
对那边。
对。
10年之前
，10年了，真的10年。
你觉得怎么样？他10年没讲中文呢，可是他还记得。
哦，你还记得？真的，10年。
我没有那么多机会练习说中文。哦。因为我现在住在英国。哦。
所以你还记得你的中文？
还记得一点点。
不错。我说的话你都听得懂，太好了。
老师真的太厉害了。
哦，真的。
老师，我可以问你，你最爱的学生是谁？
现在我要说你们。
谢谢。
And now we're back here in the heart of SHIDA MTC, which is the library, and this is where we're supposed to spend most of our time studying, but we spend most of our time just whispering, planning, where should we go and eat? Where should we go to eat? There were so many times where we were whispering, Craig would say something that he himself thought was funny, and we have that laugh, so the entire library will think that there's an owl in the ceiling or something. I thought I was going to give you a test.
Oh, a test, okay.
To see how much you can actually remember.
Oh, okay.
And here we have the actual, they changed the books now. We are the last generation.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
There are new books at SHIDA right now, but this is the first book that we studied together. So I thought we were just going to have a casual conversation and a self-introduction.
Okay.
你是哪国人？
我是我以前是南非人，可是现在我是英国人。
哇，恭喜！
啊，谢谢。
你好吗？
我很好，你呢？
我很好。谢谢。
好吧。
These sentences are all in pinyin only, and then we were the ones who had to write the actual characters, and that's how you learn Chinese as a foreigner. But it's super hard for me to just read pinyin because that's not something that you read in Taiwan.
Oh really? So you just read the characters then all the time?
Yeah. You never see the pinyin written anywhere.
True, yeah. They use the Juin, yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see that either.
Yeah,
it's never written outside of the books, and that's the biggest shock when you go from textbooks out in the real world. And that's also why I again highly recommend to come here to Taiwan and to SHIDA to actually learn Chinese, because then you have the real life experience.
Yes, definitely.
Outside of the books.
And then you think, oh, I should know the character. So then you look it up on your phone. Oh, what's that character? And then it refreshes your memory. Which is why it's so nice to learn how to speak Chinese here. Because of, as you said, the constant exposure. So
yeah, we went to had Louisa coffee for breakfast. the real foreigner in Taiwan breakfast experience. But you still you picked it up. You saw I forgot your order now, but it was 去冰棒糖.
Yeah, 去冰棒糖. 去冰. 还有一个半糖.
Your Chinese is still pretty good.
It's okay. It's coming back since I've gone back to Taiwan.
You know the 去冰棒糖, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The mocha.
That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna leave this library and then we're gonna continue with the rest of this video. And here we are back on 5th floor, large language class. Actually our normal seats would be a little bit further back, as far back as possible, so we could play on our phones without disturbing the teacher too much. Both Craig and myself got scholarships.
Oh yes.
to continue studying after that first year. All our other classmates went back home since we got the scholarships. So we only had each other there for a very long time. And then if Craig wanted to come here to sing, I had to come here and listen to him singing. The Rose Hua Mei Li Hua. I've said this countless of times. I say this every single time it's like learning Chinese comes up. I learned the fundamentals and the basics here in the classroom, but it's when you go out with your friends discovering Taiwan that you also discover your own Chinese, if that makes sense. We went to like Xindian, we were like these boat
yeah, the paddle boats. Yeah, the
paddle boats.
Yes.
We went to like Elephant Mountain,
On Danshui.
Danshui. We've
Yes.
been like biking and like walking along the riverside,
Yes,
like thousands of kilometers. So I thought for the rest of this video we are gonna try to get Craig to experience this as well and relive our youth days here in Taiwan 10 years ago. What should we do first?
We can go to SHIDA night market area and have some, go to our usual breakfast place.
Our usual breakfast place.
Because Lukas told me it's still open after 10 years.
Yeah, and the lady still calls me fat after 10 years.
Hello.
Hey,
Lukas.
Is it as you remember it to be?
Yes. It's just as delicious as I remember.
How does it feel to be back here? Everything that has happened in your life, like you're older, you're more experienced, does it bring you back, or do you have another perspective of Taiwan this time?
I feel another perspective of Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm older and I'm not a poor student anymore, so I can experience parts of Taiwan that I couldn't before.
You still eat as slow as usual?
As usual, yes.
This is usually how it went. I just finished right away and then we were all waiting for Craig to finish. You eat a lot and slow, which is like the worst combination. We're gonna finish up here. Of course, we're gonna do a lot of catching up off camera as well. And then we're gonna continue with this day. And since it is another rainy day here in Taiwan, there is actually only one thing to do, which is something that we did almost every single week when we were students 10 years ago here in Taiwan. Which of course is to play a traditional set of mahjong here in Taiwan. I found out, like, okay, so for me and for us, when we were students, this was like what we did.
Yeah.
And I thought this was like normal for Taiwanese people. Turns out that, for example, like Minthia, my girlfriend, she has no clue how to play mahjong.
What?
And I discovered, like, I don't think I know any like Taiwanese person in my age that knows how to play, but all the foreigners know how to play.
Wow, okay.
So I will be playing with other foreigners, and Craig and all my other classmates at the time, or our classmates at the time, I remember we would go to your place,
Yes.
and it was like near Dingxi Night Market.
Yes.
No AC.
No AC.
Like his apartment was the only one outside of Taipei City, and also the only one without AC. But you were the one who had the mahjong cards.
Yes.
So we would go and play at your place.
And the biggest area, the biggest living room.
And the biggest living room as well, yeah.
The space.
The only table that could actually fit the mahjong
Yes.
set. This is where we would just hang out, and we would talk about, we would experience everything together during the day. But this was where we would make our plans for the next week, and we would talk about our personal lives that wouldn't really be Taiwan connected.
Yes.
But bringing ourselves up to date and stuff, and we would bring milk tea or chips over to your place.
Oh, yeah,
we would go to Dingxi Night Market. We would bring some snacks, and then on the way we'll go to your place. And I remember this was way before I had a scooter license.
Yeah.
So we would have to leave at midnight to catch the last MRT to go back. But I remember sometimes we were just busy playing, so we ended up walking from Dingxi along the riverside,
crossing the bridge, and I lived like in Taipei at the time. So like we would have to like walk in the middle of the night along the riverside, crossing the bridge, like in the winter too. Sometimes it was like super cold, and just having like an amazing time. So to me, playing mahjong is one of my absolute favorite moments from my student time, together with drinking some milk teas. But I just wanted to round off and ask you a few more questions. How would you describe living in Taiwan in one sentence?
Oh, wow. A deliciously convenient place with very friendly people. Yeah.
Nice. That's a very good summary, actually. Yeah. Is there anything that you are aware of here in Taiwan that you never had a chance to try yourself or explore last time that's on your like Taiwan bucket list?
When we were students in Taiwan, we didn't have any scooter licenses or a car to go into. So there are a few places, maybe not a few places, but I know there are places which we weren't able to go to because we didn't have the means to get there. So to be honest, I don't really know many places like that, but I imagine that I would like to go to these places that we haven't been able to go to before. So
leaving like the U-bike network.
Yeah, exactly.
He was too cheap to take the MRT anyway, so it's like
just cycled everywhere.
Just going to the MRT would be a new experience for you, I feel.
Yeah, cycling in Taiwan was so nice. I loved it.
I actually do happen to have not only a scooter license, but also a scooter now. So I am, of course, super excited to try to bring you to see the new Taiwan 2.0, which I discovered after I got that scooter license. And of course, if that is something that you want to see, we will continue making more videos together and then show Craig my Taiwan and the Taiwan that I have discovered these 8 last years after he left SHIDA and he left Taiwan. And of course, if that is something that you want to see, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you get notified when those videos come up here as well. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.
Bye-bye. I wonder how you're gonna frame this part of the video. Oh, yeah, here we are playing mahjong in this video with our 2 imaginary friends there.
Yes. The audience are our friends. Walk me through this now. I forgot. How many? Shouldn't it be 4?
I think it's 6, 6, and 6. I stuffed up and I put them upside down. So yeah.
Oh yeah. This shows that you've been out of Taiwan for too long.
Well, I think I would have put it like that actually. Maybe I don't know.
How are you supposed to turn it now then?
Yo, that's a problem, eh?